And g'day, and this is Pedro Harvey, and this week I'm up here with my porter at the Dom Dom saddle, which is, if you've ever driven from Healsville to Marysville, you go over the Black Spur, and the highest point of the Black Spur is the Dom Dom saddle, which is where we are now, and we're hiking up Mt Monda, doing the Mt Monda circuit. It's about 16k, and I love this hike, and I'll tell you why I like it. It's an hour and a half from Melbourne, and I think it's the best single view you'll get of tall alpine ash, or maybe they're grey gums, I'm not sure, but they're really huge, dead straight trees with dense fern forest, and we're going to get to one of the best venues I know of to roast a chicken near Melbourne, or perhaps anywhere. So let's get out on the track and see what we can see. I love these rainforesty type areas. What you've got here, for instance, some beautiful ground ferny moss. Absolutely magnificent stuff. I wonder what it is. Hard to know what it is exactly, but it must be a very moist environment permanently for it to grow. So what we've got here is a weather station, in fact the rain gauge, because we are right on the dividing range, the Great Dividing Range, and on this side, if you chuck a gorbie on that side, it'll go straight into the Maroondah catchment, into the Yarra and out in the bay. Whilst if you chuck a gorbie on that side, it'll go into the Akron River, into the Murray. So this is exactly on the Great Dividing Range, with the Melbourne water catchments there and the Talangi State Forest there. And that's all closed to bushwalking. You're not allowed in there. Although I have been in there once 20 years ago. And that, you wouldn't want to go in there anyway. It looks like it's starting to rain. Now this is one of the best campsites I know of if you want to roast a chicken in the bush. You come up here, it's 7 degrees at the moment, but there's plenty of timber. You got this fantastic flat spot. You bring yourself a chook, some potatoes, some aluminium foil to roast them in, some corn in it shucked so you can roast it as well. You bring up some wine, you bring up some Scotch whiskey, some Cuban cigars, a couple of ultralight hiking chairs. You set up here and there is nobody is going to come here. You'll be all on your own and you can just kick back. This is the Black Spur, Maroondah Highway, and we have to walk up this road on that little tiny curb, which is a little bit dangerous. How do you feel about it, Porter?
I'm not looking forward to it.
Alright, off you go. Stay hard on the curb.
We're gonna die.
Jump into the gutter if you think you're going to get hit by a car, right? Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Is your life passing before your eyes, Eden?
Yes, this is scary. Oh my god. Just run now. Go.
All right, go. Oh, geez, we made it. Bloody dangerous that, isn't it? What'd you think?
No, I'm not doing that again.
Okay, back to the forest. Now it's very wet out here, and it would be very hard, I think almost impossible, to find anything dry on the forest floor or even hanging. But when in trouble, you find yourself a stringy bark tree like this, which there aren't a lot of, I have to say. And if you get inside them, you'll find bark like this that you then rip off and turn into fine hairs. So let's just do that here. As you can see, I'm really breaking it up into fine hairs. And this should light. Now, back in the old days, you can see that's going to burn. Back in the old days, all the bushwalkers used to carry tomahawks. And the reason they carried tomahawks is, okay, once you've lit that, how are you going to light any branches? Like, how are you going to burn stuff like this? It's all wet. But with a tomahawk, you'd get a branch thicker than this. Oh, blackberries. And you'd scrape off all the bark, and again you'd find it dry in here. Then you'd notch little flakes of timber that are very thin, and that would light even on the fire from this. Which means you can light a fire in the wet, in the bush. But these skills are lost. Alright, here we are at Matilda Bay Brewing Company. Just warming up by the fire and eating some food, overpriced food, and I'm drinking some beer. It's what you need after a hike, particularly on a cold day. Here is Eden's $29 burger and a $28 pizza. Do you think it's overpriced, Eden?
A little bit.
Well, Eden, that's it. We've had our overpriced junk food. Shouldn't have eaten that pizza. It's very fattening.
Shouldn't have eaten that burger.
What?
Shouldn't have eaten that burger.
Why?
Very full.
So that's it. How do you sum up the hike?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 from Eden.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. See you next time.